Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel once again. Thank you for loving this channel. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for watching my two previous videos. Thank you friends, family members for your suggestions on how to improve this channel. Thank you for everything. Continue to like and subscribe and continue to share with your friends. Thank you so much. So I've introduced myself. Welcome to this channel. My name is Dr. Priestley King. Today we're going to continue from where we stopped the last time. So we're going to delve into writing. We're going to be talking about what you need to put in your introduction when you want to do any type of writing. So as I said the last time, writing is like a spirit. Anyone can write. It's not something very difficult. It's just to commit yourself to it. Everyone can be creative. Writing is both an art and science. So you have the science of writing and you have the art of writing. So the art is the concept, the abstract nature of it, thinking about something that looks possible, and then putting that together. You need to follow the science of it. There are protocols, the things you need to do to make your readers activated to your piece. So you need to imbibe all of this. So the first thing you need to think about is the title. The title must be captivating and must tell the essence of the writing. The title must make your reader want to read the content of your essay, your story, your write-up, your thesis, your dissertation, whatever it is you want to write. So you must make the title really captivating. So you can say things like, money is a friendly enemy. So I'm sure people want to find out, why is money a friendly enemy? And they will want to come and read what you have put together. So this is something you need to think about. Or you can think about, you can say things like, your health is your greatest asset. So people will want to read that. Why is my health my greatest asset? So that's the kind of stuff you need to think about when you're putting your writing together. So it's quite important to think about all of this when you're doing your writing. And it's really important to make that quite interesting. Another thing that comes to my mind is the title must be very, very short. Make it as short as possible. The title of your essay or your write-up should not be too long. And this is really important that it's not too long. You don't want it to take too much space. So make it precise and concise at the same time. But make it really captivating that you want to draw your audience to wanting to read what you are putting together. So that's the first bit of it. The title is really important. Now talking about the body of any essay. So typically you have your introduction, the body of the essay or the write-up or whatever you want to write, and then the conclusion. So these are typically the three parts you have in any write-up. But you can add other bits to it depending on what you're writing, whether it's a dissertation or a thesis. You can have things like, or in science, for example, you can have, if you've done research work, you can have introduction, methodology, result, and then conclusion. So as I said, depending on the writing, you can add other bits to it, but essentially, your write-up must have your introduction, the body of the essay or the body of the work, and then the conclusion. So these three parts are quite important. So if you're writing an essay or a test for English language test, for example, these three parts are really, really important. These are the things the examiners are looking out for them to score you and see whether you've done very well or not. So you need to keep all of this in mind. So now going to the introduction, you need to start with a hook. What will get the readers glued to your write-up? Remember I mentioned about the title. The title is the first bit, what people will read. And that is why the press uses things that will captivate you to wanting to read that, even though at times you read and the content is not what you expect, but you must get something to bring people to that place to read what you have put together. So that is quite good to do that. And it's very easy to do, kind of, if you are the one who is generating the title yourself. And that is where the art of writing comes in. You need to imagine it. You need to be creative. You need to see basically out of this world for you to get that kind of title, and it will bring people in. So it's very important to get started on that note and also think about these three parts of the body. Now, in terms of the introduction, I've mentioned that, start with a hook to bring people to that place where they want to start to engage with whatever you have put together. So in your introduction, and of course, these three parts the length will be dependent on what you're writing. For example, if you're writing a thesis or a dissertation, your introduction will be fairly long. Not like when you're writing English exam or a dissertation to be fairly long. But most institutions want you to, as much as possible, excessively long. And that is why they tend to split it at times to introduction and literature review. But now, I'm not talking in that context now. So with dissertation or that kind of writing, it may be longer than just having like a page or 2 pages of introduction. So whatever it is, you need to have a general statement. The general statement about what the topic is. So if you are given that topic, you need to write your introduction, your background information about that topic. You need to find what other people have done or what is the general knowledge about that topic. So you need to bring that in for people to really understand why you're actually doing the writing. So that your first sentence basically will bring out the essence of the topic. Why is the topic very important? So for example, if you're writing on diabetes, for example, hypertension, people want to see why diabetes is a huge burden on the health system in whatever country you are in. So that will make people want to read it like, what is this guy talking about? Or diabetes is a global burden, or hypertension is a silent killer, something like that. So if you write those things, people will want to, your first statement, of course, you then write other things to that. But if you're writing is like an English exam, let's say out or other exams, so you want to keep it really short and pass your message in only about 360 to 500 words. So in that case, your opening statement should be about 2 sentences. So after that, you need to define what it is you're writing. That is very important. You define that. Maybe you define what diabetes is, or depending on the writing, you define 1 or 2 sentences again. And finally, and this is really important, you need to have your thesis statement. Thesis statement is where you tell the reader what you want them to read in the rest part of your essay. So you need to tell them. If you don't have a thesis statement, it's like you're just leading them on without knowing what they want to see. So that's not really good. So to have a very, very nice piece, very nice essay, or very nice write-up, you need to incorporate these 3 elements into your introduction. The general statement, or telling your reader the essence of the topic, definitions, 1 or 2 sentences, and then your thesis statement. These are very, very important. And in this video, I'm going to read to you a piece I put together when I was preparing for an English exam. So at the time, I was just writing stuff, writing everywhere, basically, writing at meetings, at parties, and everywhere, basically, in church meetings and everything, about the same topic in different ways at different times. So I can't keep my thoughts together in one place all the time. So I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but you just do your writing the best way you think you can do it, as long as you follow the science of writing. So I'm going to read that piece to you now, just to give you an example of what a concise and interesting introduction can be. Of course, you can do your own writing, maybe even in a better way, in a fantastic way, but you need to still follow the same principles, whether you were given the topic or you thought about the topic yourself. Now, the topic I was given in this case was, what is the meaning of life? So in the exam, we were supposed to prepare for any topic. It was impromptu. So you then write on the topic based on what you think or what you know. They were not expecting everything to be factual. They were actually looking at how we will put our thoughts together to make it wonderful read. So this topic here is, what is the meaning of life? So opening statement, life has different meanings to different people. For some, life is a bed of roses, while for others, life is filled with thorns. So 2 sentences of that. And then definition now, or some definition in some form. Life can be described as an elephant with many sides, which means people see the various sides of life and you only appreciate the side of life you are privileged to see. That is the definition bit. Now, the thesis statement. In this essay, I will argue that life is a bed of roses. It is filled with ups and downs, joy and sorrow, love and hatred, and light and darkness. That is a very short introduction on the topic, what is the meaning of life? So you may write your own in another way. You may think about other methods to use, but it's important to have all these three elements in your writing to make it really interesting and superb for people to read. So I'll be sharing my other thoughts on introduction, and I'll also be reading to you some of the essays I put together. I told you I was just writing at the time. When thoughts came, I put them together to write essay on so many different topics. I will also be talking about the poems I wrote, which were just inspired in some ways. So I'll read some of them to you as we go along. So for today, it was just about the introduction, and I've given you an example and told you how you would start your writing and to make it captivating for your readers. As we go along, we'll be learning more. We'll be making it more interesting. We'll be making it better. Please continue to subscribe, like, and share these videos. I'll be coming your way next time. My name again is Dr. Presley King. Thank you so much. Bye.